Hey, Luna, Mr. K here. Want to get you through this problem. This is a pretty standard slope-intercept to standard form problem. Gonna have to skip some things. I only got 5 minutes for the recording, so let's get started. Here's what we know. We know that m is equal to 16 over 5, and we know that we have our point, -2, -5, x is -2, y is -5. That's basic information from the problem given, right? Cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to write this in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. But let's see here. We know y is -5, right? We know that m is 16 over 5. And we know that x is -2. We don't know b. So to write something in standard or to slope-intercept form, we need to know b, which is the y-intercept, right? So we don't know that. So let's go ahead and solve for b. To solve for b, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put the 16 over 5 times -2 together. And when I do that, I'm going to get -32 over 5. To do that, I did 16 over 5 times -2 over 1. I'll try to write this. I don't have my pen here, so forgive the sloppy handwriting. But I made it into 2 fractions. And when you multiply fractions, multiply straight across, right? -32 over 5. Okay, and then I'm going to go back here, and now I have plus b. Oop. Go back to my... There we go, plus b. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to get the b by itself. That -32 over 5 has got to go away. And to get rid of something in the equation, we do the opposite. So the opposite of -32 over 5 is plus 32 over 5. So I'm going to do plus 32 over 5 to both sides of the equation. Okay, and so then -5 plus 32 over 5. Again, got to go back to some math here that you did probably a long time ago, but we need to take -5, which is -5 over 1. We need to add 32 over 5 to it. We can't add these together because they don't have the same denominators, so we better do common denominators. To do a common denominator, let's do 5. So I'm going to do the top and bottom times 5, because whenever we do common denominators, whatever we change the bottom by, same factor in the top. So 5. Okay, so that's going to become -25 over 5 plus 32 over 5. And -25 plus 32 is 7. 7 over 5 would be the answer. So the left side is now 7 over 5 equals b. So now we know what b is. And in fact, if you look at number 1, it says, find the value of b. So there's b, 7/5. You could make it 1 2/5. You could make it 1.4. I would just leave it just like that. That's just the way it goes, right? Just improper fractions are the way to go. All right, so then part 2, we need to take this. We need to put it into standard form. So let me move this over here. Now, standard form is something x plus something y equals something. And right now what we have is we have y equals 16/5 times x plus b, which is 7 over 5. So we have an equation. But see, it's a little bit different because the 16/5 x is on the right side. To be in standard form, we want to have both of the variable terms, the x and the y terms, on the left side. Unfortunately, it's not there. So we need to move that -16/5 or the 16/5 x over. So basically, we're getting the 7/5 by itself. So how do you move it over? Do the opposite. The opposite of 16/5 x is going to be -16/5 x. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to pick up and move this over there. I'm going to take that 16/5 x and put it over here on the left-hand side of the equation. And you may have learned this, but if it's positive on one side, it's negative on the other. And for the sake of time, I'm going to have to just go ahead and move it over. We're down to our last 30 seconds. And you end up with your equation written in standard form. Now, one really quick thing here that you need to know. Sometimes teachers don't like the negative in front, so you might have to change it a little bit. You might have to make it 16/5 x minus y equals -7/5. I just made everything the opposite. You're allowed to do that. These are both okay. Hope that helped.